Hello friends, welcome back once again in the video lecture series of Theory of Computation. Today I am going to teach you one more important topic, that is your regular grammar. Before regular grammar, I have already taught you about general concept of grammar in last video. So you can also watch that video in my playlist of TOC. Right? So the first question arises, why we should need रेगुलर ग्रामर. सो रेगुलर ग्रामर से हम लोग जिस लैंग्वेज को जनरेट करते हैं उस लैंग्वेज को हम लोग कहते हैं रेगुलर लैंग्वेज. नाउ यू विल आस्क मी कि सर रेगुलर लैंग्वेज क्या होता है और इसकी जरूरत क्यों पड़ती है. सो टू आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन, रेगुलर ग्रामर इज यूज्ड टू एक्सेप्टेड बाय फाइनाइट ऑटोमेटा, और इन अदर वर्ड्स वी कैन ऑल्सो टेल इट लाइक दैट थ्रू रेगुलर ग्रामर और through the help of regular language we can easily design finite automata which is an acceptor, right? Fine. So here are some points, some basic points about regular grammar which is very important before giving you a better concept of regular grammar. So first point is, the language which is generated by a regular grammar is always regular. Regular means regular language, right? The language which is generated by regular grammar is always regular language. Second one is that regular language is accepted by finite automata. जो language जो finite automata से जो accept होगा, that language will be always regular. Please take note of that. One more very important point. See, third point is very important. We can also generate regular expression with the help of regular grammar. I will just show you how, right? So that is very important. With the help of regular grammar, we can produce or we can generate regular expression, and with the help of regular expression, easily we can design finite automata. Correct? Okay. Fourth point, very important, that is regular grammar is the most restricted grammar. Why it is most restricted grammar? Because in its production rules, lot of constraint has been already applied. So that is why it is known as the most restricted grammar. So let's see regular grammar in depth. So before giving you a depth concept of regular grammar, let us see some rules of regular grammar. The first rule says like this: regular grammar must be either left linear grammar or a right linear grammar, right? But not the both, right? So either the regular grammar means, when I will say a grammar is regular, a grammar will be said to be regular if it is left linear or right linear, but not both at a time, right? So before understanding the concept of left linear and right linear, first of all we should know the concept of linear grammar, that is what is linear grammar. And after that, while understanding the concept of linear grammar, we will easily understand what do you mean by left linear grammar or right linear grammar. So let's start with the first concept of linear grammar. So linear grammar भी बिल्कुल ग्रामर की तरह ही होता है. जैसे ग्रामर में हमारे पास 4 टपल्स होते हैं, उसी तरीके से यहाँ पर भी हमारे पास 4 टपल्स हैं, VTPS, right? You already know that is V is set of non-terminals, T is set of terminal symbols, P is the production rules, and S is the starting symbol, right? Here I have taken 3 non-terminal symbols, that is capital S, capital A and capital B, and terminal symbols मैंने 2 लिए हैं, A, B. Production rules. While you are talking about production rules, so for production rules we are having 2 points. What is the first point? LHS, say suppose X tends to Y, okay? So this is LHS and this is RHS, right? So what is LHS? demanding that LHS says LHS has exactly one non-terminal. One non-terminal means how it will be defined? It will be defined only by V. V के आगे कुछ नहीं, V के बाद कुछ नहीं, एक ही सिर्फ हम exactly one non-terminal यूज करेंगे और एक के बजाय हम लोग कुछ भी यूज नहीं करेंगे. लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में कोई टर्मिनल सिंबल्स भी यूज नहीं करेंगे, राइट? टेंड्स टू RHS has at most one non-terminal. Means here also we can say maximum we can take one variable. This variable can be followed by terminal, any instance of terminal symbols, or this can be following any types of terminal symbols. यानी कि कहने का मतलब क्या है कि लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में हमारे पास सिर्फ एग्जैक्टली एक वेरिएबल रहेगा या एक नॉन टर्मिनल रहेगा, राइट हैंड साइड में मैक्सिमम एक एटमोस्ट और मैक्सिमम एक नॉन टर्मिनल रह सकता है या वेरिएबल रह सकता है, उससे ज्यादा नहीं रहेगा. लेकिन यहां पे हम लोग क्या कह सकते हैं, ये वेरिएबल किसी भी टर्मिनल सिंबल को फॉलो कर सकता है आरएचएस में. मैं इसका एग्जांपल देकर के बताऊंगा, या नहीं तो कोई भी टर्मिनल सिंबल्स इसको फॉलो कर सकते हैं, और या नहीं तो हमें अगर एक भी वेरिएबल को अगर नहीं लेना है तो वी कैन इजीली राइट लाइक दिस टी स्टार. राइट? मुझे समझ में आ रहा है कि अभी थोड़ा सा इसको समझने में आप लोगों को थोड़ी सी दिक्कत हो रही होगी. इसी को हम लोग एक बेहतर ढंग से समझते हैं कि कौन कौन से लीनियर ग्रामर्स वैलिड होंगे और कौन कौन से लीनियर ग्रामर वैलिड नहीं होंगे. लेट्स टेक फर्स्ट वन, राइट? सपोज मैं लेता हूं A टेंड्स टू A. It is valid linear grammar. Why it is valid linear grammar? Because in left hand side I am having only one variable, and right hand side I am having one terminal. Okay, so this is right. Next, A tends to AB. I am following this rule only, this example only. A tends to AB. Is it right or wrong? It is a right linear grammar. Why? Because left hand side में हमारा क्या है, सिर्फ एक ही हमारा वेरिएबल है और यहाँ पे हमारा कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ टर्मिनल सिंबल्स है. सो इट इज ऑल्सो राइट. नेक्स्ट, जस्ट टेक इट एज A tends to epsilon. Now see whether this production rule is correct or not. Yes, it is correct. Why it is correct? Because in all these three production rules we are getting terminal, the combination of terminal symbols, right? In the first also, in the second also, in the third the production rule also we are having that is combination of terminal symbols. Whenever you are putting clean closure means you can take epsilon as a terminal symbol, right? Okay, fine. Let's see more. Suppose AB tends to epsilon. Now see, this is a wrong production rule. Why it is wrong production rule? Because in left hand side we are getting two variables, and what is the rule? In left hand side we must have only one variable, correct? So for that reason it is false. Next, take some more examples. Okay, A tends to B. Whether it is right or wrong? It is right one. Why? Because this says, that means in left hand side I am having only one variable, but in the right hand side what I am getting? I am getting T star B, means any instance of terminal symbol followed by only one non-terminal. So it is also right. Okay, let's take some more example. A tends to say BAA. Is it right? Yes, it is right, because in left hand side I am having only one variable, that is V. On right hand side I am getting that is V as what? V as capital V followed by any instance of terminal symbol. So it is also right. Okay, let's take some more example. Okay, let's say B tends to A B. Whether it is right or wrong? Yes, it is also right, because in the left hand side we are having only one variable accepted, and on the right hand side I am having at most one variable, right? Okay, next take some more examples. It is also right, it is also right. Okay, let's take one more example, that is S tends to AB. Now see, whether it is right or wrong, this production rule is wrong. Why it is wrong? Left hand side is okay, fine. It is having only one variables. But on right hand side, just see, we are taking two variables. But in this rules, it has been mentioned that at most we can have only one non-terminals. So by taking all these examples, I do think so that is the concept of linear grammar is clear to you, right? One more example for your instance I am taking. Okay, say suppose S tends to A, B, A. Whether it is right or wrong? Yes, it is right because it is T star B. Okay, just take S tends to B, A, B, say A. Is this right or wrong? No, it is wrong. Why? Because it is wrong. This is right one. This wrong is for this one, right? This wrong is for this one. Why it is wrong? Because on right hand side we are having two non-terminals or two variables. So what is the best part we can have? The best example is like this, right? Like this, and or we can say like this, right? So in nutshell, I can conclude about linear grammar is in left hand side you should have only one, exactly one variables और कुछ भी नहीं होना चाहिए. Say for example, I am taking A tends to epsilon. Whether it is right or wrong, it is wrong. Why it is wrong? Because in the left hand side we have to take only one variable. This variable should not be concatenated with any terminal symbol, right? So by explaining all these examples of linear grammar, I do think so that the concept of linear grammar to you will be quite understood. Thank you. So next, let us discuss about left linear grammar. What is left linear grammar? We are having certain rules for left linear grammar. But the first rule is left linear grammar. LLG is your left linear grammar, right? It must be linear. Right? So what are the conditions of linear that I have already taught you in this lecture only. अगर उसको देखना है तो थोड़ा सा इस वीडियो को रिवाइंड करके देख लीजिएगा. I have taught you about linear grammar very explicitly. So let's come to the left linear grammar. So left linear grammar must be linear. First point. Second point is this: the production rule. Production rule जो होगा वो किस तरीके से होगा कि V tends to capital V followed by T star or T star itself. Let's see how. So first example देखते हैं कि left linear grammar क्या होगा. So examples of LLG, right? Examples of LLG. First example क्या हो सकता है? Just take okay, V का हम लोग ले लेते हैं same, that is SAB, right? SAB, and T का हम लोग ले लेते हैं AB, right? So this. Okay, so what will be the first example, best example for LLG? That is A tends to A. This is LLG. Next, A tends to epsilon. It is also LLG, right? Why it is LLG? Because both of the production rule is following this thing, right? Next, capital A, or let's take some another rule, that is capital S tends to A, B, B, A. Whether it is left linear? No, it is not left linear. Why it is not left linear? Because it is violating the rule of this thing. Capital A should always start from left hand side, so that this is wrong. And if I am writing this as capital A followed by B, it is right. Okay, next. Okay, S tends to SA. Whether it is right or wrong? Yes, it is right. Okay, A tends to BAA. It is also right. Right. Next. Okay, B tends to, say, let's take example ABA. It is wrong. Why it is wrong? Because it is not starting with the capital B. Right hand side is not starting with your variable symbol or non-terminal symbol. That is why this is not a right production rule. It is not LLG, that is left linear grammar. Okay, take some more example like S tends to A and any combination of terminal symbol, that is AB, 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 this is also right. So I do think so the concept of left linear grammar will be very much clear to you. Finally we can conclude it as S tends to either AX or S tends to or A tends to say X, right? Where S and A are non-terminal symbols and X is terminal symbols. ठीक है? So अगर आपको लेफ्ट लीनियर ग्रामर बिल्कुल अच्छी तरीके से समझ में आ गया होगा तो राइट लीनियर ग्रामर को समझना और ज़्यादा आसान है, बिकॉज लॉट ऑफ सिमिलैरिटीज देयर इन राइट लीनियर ग्रामर. First is right linear grammar must also be a linear grammar, right? Next production rule, where is here only, that is in left hand side you will be having only one non-terminal and in right hand side the terminal symbols will be at first और जो last जो होगा वो at most एक non-terminal से होगा. That means T star followed by capital V, right? Or T star. So let's take some example by giving these two on the basis of these two given inputs. So first example may be like this: A tends to A tends to epsilon. It is correct because T star is there. Star means clean closure, right? A tends to A. Okay, A tends to AB. It is also correct. All these comes under your T star only. Okay, S tends to A, whether we can write it? Yes, we can write it. Why? Because this can be also rewritten as epsilon A, right? It is also rewritten as epsilon A. That is why this is correct one. Both are the same, right? That is why these are correct right linear grammar. Take some more example like S tends to A, capital A, it is also right. A tends to A, B, capital B, it is also right, right? Okay, now just take some more example, that is B tends to, okay, A, capital B, A. Whether it is right or wrong, it is wrong because according to the production rules, on the right hand side, this production rule ends with at most one variable or non-terminals. जबकि यहाँ क्या हो रहा है? Variable के बाद we are taking some terminal symbol, which is wrong. Okay. Next, let's take S tends to AB. Whether it is right or wrong, it is wrong. Why it is wrong? Because on the right hand side we are taking two variables. So in nutshell, whenever you are talking about right linear grammar, तो generalized way में हम लोग कैसे इसको लिख सकते हैं? We can write it like this, that is S tends to XA, right? And A tends to X. So this is the most generalized form of your right linear grammar. So I do think so that a general concept of regular grammar is being clear to you. In the next lecture, I will extend this lecture on regular grammar by telling you the main concept that the grammar should be either right linear or left linear, but not both. So thank you till then watching this video.